In just 2 weeks of trading meme coins, I was able to turn $0 into over 20K. Now, a big question I always get is, how did I start with $0? So in this video, I'm going to teach you how you can make your first couple Solana with some risk-free strats, some $0 strats, and a couple more complicated ones. So the first strat, and my personal favorite, and it's actually the strat that I used to start the 0 to 100K challenge, is selling art. Art and crypto can often be pretty intertwined if you think about things like NFTs. In my personal case, I was able to find a guy who was looking for a Twitter banner because he posts a lot on Twitter being a crypto trader, and a lot of these guys have a lot of money, so they're willing to pay for art, because why would they be spending their time making their own art when they could be trading and making lots more and then just pay somebody a small amount? So my personal favorite way of trying to find these guys is to go into different coins, and they usually have a Telegram, and you can go around in that Telegram asking, hey, does anyone have a trading group? And then you hop into those voice chats with the trading group, get to know them, be kind, don't be a salesman. If you're just going to go in there hopping in and trying to sell something right away, they're going to kick you. But you can just, try and talk to them a bit and kind of be like, hey, by the way, I sell some art, I make art. If you want to see what I do, or if you're in need of any art, then just let me know. That's kind of what I did. And this guy basically was like, yeah, I need a Twitter banner. And then eventually I worked with him on a coin, was able to get supply, and just made a bunch of money through that way. You can actually check out this DM I had with this guy on Instagram, who I was basically kind of mentoring on how to do the same thing, kind of telling him the exact same thing I'm telling you now about going in the voice chat. And before, he was like, hey man, you got to help me, I can't find anyone. He hopped into the voice chat like I told him to, and boom, right here you can see that he's already gotten a guy. I don't sell any courses, I just do these YouTube tutorials for fun and Instagram videos. But yeah, just like if you guys ever need any help, hit me up in the DMs, but I get quite a lot of them, so I may not be able to answer all of them. So the second way is pretty similar, just with the fact that crypto traders need a lot of kind of small mundane tasks that they're not able to do all the time. The first one is rating. And this is a big marketing strategy in crypto. So there are a lot of crypto influencers, or KOLs, key opinion leaders. And a big thing that coins like to do is you'll always see in a comment underneath these Twitter posts, all of these people basically rating the coin and shilling the coin to these people, trying to spread the word of it. This is something you can also ask if anybody needs, usually in a coin. And they will either give you some supply of the coin or pay you in Solana, and it's just a risk-free way of making money, and obviously it does take a little bit of work, but it's a good way to get started. Similarly, there are other things that you can kind of learn or already might have the skills for, such as building websites for coins. This is another one that I've done before to make just a little bit of money on the side. Now the third one sounds controversial, but you'll see in a second that it's actually not. And it's rugging. So you've probably heard the term of rugging or rug pulling before when it comes to meme coins. Now I'm actually going to show you a ethical way of doing it that you're actually supposed to do. So a big meta right now, or a trend, is, let's say Elon Musk posts a tweet about having a dog, then we already know that a bunch of bots are going to go ahead and post about that tweet, posting a coin about that dog, and that dog coin will do super well. So those bots obviously rug and sell the dev wallet once a couple buys come through. And people actually want this because if it's a kind of lore-based tweet like that, then nobody wants the dev to be in when they're holding a big percentage when it's gone super high up. Because once the dev sells, then a lot of other people are just naturally going to sell as well. So in those type of coins where there's nothing really behind the coin, no dev really needs to run it, then it's kind of meant for the dev to make a little bit of money at the start and rug it. So that is one way you can do it, but since a lot of bots are kind of going to be already taking those popular tweets, the best thing I found is to then take a derivative that the bots won't be posting. So let's say you can turn that dog into a girl version and then call it Elon's dog's girlfriend derivative, right? And post that and then quickly rug it and then let it do the same thing. However, derivatives are super hit or miss, and it means that both the original coin and your coin have to run, so it's two coins that have to run rather than one. This forum also does take you to put in a little bit of money. I suggest just putting in 1 SOL or holding 3%, otherwise people aren't going to buy it. And another issue is that if nobody does buy it, then you end up losing a very small amount, but it's still something like, I don't know, $5. Another new implement to Pump Fun is actually getting volume fees. So if a lot of people do end up buying this and it is something that you rugged and you didn't even can buy it on a side wallet or anything, then if people start running up that coin, then you're going to be making money off of the volume anyways and claiming these rewards. So it's kind of a win-win situation where you can't really lose, and people actually find this completely normal because they're happy that somebody's making the coin for them to buy. In saying this though, never make a good project and then rug it, because that's just a super scummy thing to do, and usually you can make a lot more money just running it properly, which is what I'm going to talk about next. So the next strategy is actually developing your own coin, because you know for a fact that somebody's going to be running it, somebody's going to be, pushing this coin, so it's a safe thing to get into. You know that nobody else is going to rug it because you're the developer of the coin. But if you kind of figure out and watch the market and see what type of coins are running, like right now it's a lot of X-community coins. For example, there's a coin about gym bros, where there's a community full of gym guys and gym edits and stuff, where people can post these gym edits to the community, and you could have made that coin, you could have made that community. And if you put in a lot of work into that coin, showing that somebody's working on it, and you're throwing up a lot of content onto the Twitter profile or the Twitter community or whatever the meta is at the moment, then a big thing that people really appreciate is seeing that somebody's working for their bags. So if your coin is just good enough and they see that you're working for your bags, then it should go up. In saying this, as you now know, you can't really rug the developer wallet, so it is pretty customary to just buy in on a secondary wallet anyways at the bottom. Now, the perfect case scenario is that, every project is going to be a perfect developer, always working for their bags and trying to push the coin to have no kind of a limit. But there are a lot of coins that can do well that kind of do have a limit, where they're based around a trend. So let's say you launched the Italian brain rot coin, which is a big trend right now on social media, then not only would you have been able to buy in at the start and hopefully make some money, but also all that volume, they're making tens of thousands of dollars from the fees. And the fifth way is just by simply trading. Obviously, this is the most difficult way, but one of the biggest issues that a lot of people have is just being way too impatient and trading too many coins all at once. If you're watching new pairs all day, every day for a week straight, then you're gonna at least see one coin that you know for sure is gonna go up when you buy it, for sure. So that's all you have to do. You have to be very strict on yourself and think to yourself, is this the coin that I would chill to my mom and tell her to put her money into? And if it is, and you're sure it's gonna go up, then that's the coin you're gonna go for when you're starting off, because you don't have the funds to be taking risks. But there's definitely coins out there where, you can be a lot more safe. This was just a quick video to hopefully help some of you guys get started in this space. Remember to be super careful, and a lot of people fail out here, so never put in more than you're willing to risk losing. And this month I'm actually going to be starting a pretty crazy challenge where I'm turning $100 into whatever I make for the month and then buying a car with that money. So if you guys want to follow along with that, then just hop into my Instagram, because it should be pretty fun.